And we now have a provocation. How should India see all of this? India should see this for what it is, another proof of China's two-faced diplomacy. Since the beginning of the standoff, China has been urging India to meet halfway. But behind the scenes, it has shown no intent to de-escalate. It talks about the dance of the elephant and the dragon, but continues to betray. Our next report tells you what happened after the bloody clashes on the 15th of June.
The deadliest clash in 45 years. 20 Indian soldiers killed in action. In the weeks preceding the events of 15th of June, China had been flexing its military muscle. The PLA's unprovoked attack on Indian soldiers added fuel to a long smouldering conflict. The Galwan clashes led to outrage. There were calls for a complete boycott of China in India. Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held talks with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi. Jaishankar said the Chinese attack was premeditated. Wang Yi was reminded of China's agreement to de-escalate and disengage along the line of actual control. But China didn't. The very next day, the Chinese government claimed the entire Galwan Valley. The Chinese Foreign Ministry statement said, the Galwan Valley is located on the Chinese side of the LAC in the western section of the Sino-Indian border. China was never serious about de-escalation. This became obvious in the conversations that followed. On the 22nd of June, India and China held military-level talks. This was the second round of dialogue. The first one happened on the 6th of June before the clashes in Galwan. India and China agreed on stepwise mutual disengagement. PLA didn't pull back. Almost 8 days later, commanders from both sides met again. This was the third round of talks. Both sides repeated calls for a phased de-escalation. The military-level dialogue was unable to break the deadlock. New Delhi intervened. India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval spoke to Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Ajit Doval and Wang Yi are special representatives of India and China on the boundary issue. The NSA said India is strongly committed to ensuring its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Both sides agreed to remain in touch. There was some de-escalation on the border. The Chinese army moved back tents, vehicles and soldiers by 1 to 2 kilometers. But this was way short of the promised complete de-escalation. India wanted China to withdraw to the pre-April 20th positions. Beijing refused to budge. Both sides have held discussions at least 4 times since the 6th of July. On the 14th of July, the military-level talks went on for almost 15 hours. 10 days later, there was a diplomatic dialogue, followed by the 5th round of military talks on the 2nd of August, and the 6th round of talks on the 8th. Major generals from both sides participated in this one. Then diplomats held talks on the 20th of August. Within 9 days, China broke its promise once again. With its latest provocation, Beijing has taken its discussions with India back to square one. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.